Telltale Games is a massive company that everyone has heard of, and if you haven't heard of it, you've definitely heard of at least one of their games. This could include The Wolf Among Us, The Walking Dead, Batman, and maybe even Borderlands. In this video, we will be diving into the rise, fall, and the birth of Telltale, and how they fell off so incredibly hard, leading to bankruptcy. So before we get into this video, I would like to announce some things. First off, shout out to the last 10 public subscribers. So shout out to JV6005, Non-Inros Prythodon, Kutayema, The Music Listeners 97, TD1, Captain Rex, All Short Videos, Jack's Awesome, and Magda Sokloska. Thank you very much to you guys. You are absolute legends.
You know what? Fuck you, Larry. Eat up.
I will.
Telltale was formed by 3 LucasArts ex-employees. These 3 goats are Kevin Brunner, Troy Melander, and Dan Connors. So we're going to go into Telltale's history a little bit first, before the downfall. And the first thing that comes to mind is Telltale's Poker Night that they made. Honestly, I'm not too familiar with this game. I don't know if there's a story to it, but I know you play poker, and it includes some big characters. The only one I really know from this section, I think that bunny is called like Max, and that is obviously the heavy from TF2, which is pretty cool. So that's the first big hit they had. And I'd also like to take a moment to appreciate the atmosphere. Like, the graphics aren't the best, but sometimes graphics aren't what matter. And it just looks like a very nice place to be. And their next big game was definitely The Walking Dead. And basically, Telltale relies a lot on the choice-based part of the game. Now, at the end of the day, none of these choices matter. You will all get the same outcome. But it's really the emotional impact and how it makes you feel with other characters, like the relationship you have. For example, if you side with Kenny over Lily during the Starve for Help episode 2 little segment at the start, if you do side with Kenny, it'll make him feel a lot better about you, but Lily feel a lot worse about you. The choices are also what kept people playing, because you can go back and back and back and just keep playing for different choices, and it will, I think it still does, change the choice chart at the end of the game. So every episode you get the choice chart, and it should literally change depending on what you pick. And I'm also fairly sure that at the start of episode 1, like when it first came out, most people were saving Carly, but now that more people have played the game, it has changed to Doug, maybe because of replays, I'm not too sure. The Walking Dead had a story that people were immersed in, and it was so good, they milked it for 3 more seasons, but I'm not complaining, because I love the story. But you could get involved with all the characters, and you can hear all the different sorts of dialogue and have different relationships with them. It was all just a really fun experience to play around with, and I totally recommend it if you haven't played it. Telltale's Walking Dead Season 1 received Game of the Year in 2012, which was a massive accomplishment. People still play The Walking Dead today, making different choices and different playthroughs. They can have a full genocide playthrough, trying to kill every character they see, or a full silence playthrough. I think this just shows how good the games are, as people keep going back for more and they can't stop. They were on a generational run, especially with the next game they released, The Wolf Among Us, which had, I think, a more in-depth story than The Walking Dead. It took a lot more thought to understand what was going on. And if I'm going to be honest, I did not know what was going on the first time I played The Wolf Among Us. I was not immersed enough, but now that I go back, I realise it is an amazing story. There were other well-received games, and I'm just going to talk about Batman for a little bit. It takes a different toll on Batman. It's his parents are like criminals, the Penguin is all weird. It's a very interesting story, and as I said before, it's a very different take. So I'd also very much recommend playing Telltale's Batman.
Oh.
Yeah, now I'm panicking.
Don't panic.
No, I am, because I'm going to lose my job.
And all good things come to an end. Telltale fell off so incredibly hard. All the employees started getting underpaid or something like that. I think they were being underpaid or they were just overworked. And it obviously made the stories a lot worse. They filed for bankruptcy and they were making extremely poor decisions on what they were meant to do. And they just, after the success of The Walking Dead, just heavily relying on licensed material. Like, most of their games are licensed material, like Batman, like Borderlands. I'm pretty sure The Wolf Among Us is its own comic too. So they were just heavily relying on all that stuff to try and push their games out more. And hell, Telltale Walking Dead Season 4 was going to be cancelled, and that's honestly one of the best seasons out there. But it was going to be completely cancelled on episode 2 because they went out of business, but luckily Skybound, I think Robert Kirkman owns that, I don't know. Skybound managed to step in and finish the last 2 episodes of the game, which was very nice of them to do as it rounded off, Clementine's story. This could have all easily been stopped if they just took more time with their projects and slowed down a little bit, just in general. Not overworking their employees, not underpaying them, and maybe work on different stories as opposed to relying on those big brands.
No. Wait.
So overall, Telltale was a great company and it made a lot of amazing games, and we should just take a minute to appreciate that. But, there are lessons to be learnt from this. Never rely on big licenses, and just be careful with, what we're doing. But there is hope. There is a little bit of hope left, people. The Wolf Among Us 2 got announced last year. I think last year it was meant to be released the very last day of December 2024, but it wasn't. So, The Wolf Among Us 2 is coming out eventually, and I'm guaranteeing you that's going to be an amazing story, full guarantees. Before I end this video, I just like to announce something. I have now got an Amazon wishlist. It will be linked in the description. I doubt anyone will buy anything, but if they do, I'll make sure to shout you out and review whatever product is bought. So it's just a little wish list, contribute to it if you want to. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. The watch time is going to go mental, boys and girls. So thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.